All-Ireland final day. So then, this afternoon, Antrim went to Casement Park as clear favourites against Down, and Jim Carney was there to see if they did justice to that tag.
If ever there was an upset on the cards in Ulster hurling, it was this season. That was the northern view as this emerging young Down team took the field at Casement Park. Although their best-known player, Greg Blaney, as good a hurler as he is a footballer, was unable to play because of injury. A difficult assignment then facing the champions Antrim, for whom there were 8 survivors from the side that thrilled us all with their marvellous exploits of a year ago. Happily, however, Alcan McFetridge, whose career was threatened with a very bad ankle injury, had defied the medical odds to make a warmly greeted comeback to the famous saffron and white colours. But the Antrim manager Jim Nelson was not in a complacent mood.
It's a big task today, and I mean the provincial final is a provincial final. We've stressed to the players the importance of the match today. What we won't do is we won't let Down dwell on the ball too long, and I think that's what happened Derry last week. They let Down dictate. We would hope that we wouldn't do that today.
Down opened the scoring with a point, and it took Antrim all of 13 minutes to reply. But when they did, it was Kieran Barr's long delivery deceiving Noel Keith in the Down goal to slip into the net. Down settled well for the rest of the half, and they led at the interval 1-5 to 1-4, thanks to this goal which surprised Niall Patterson between the Antrim posts. The match, so disappointingly low scoring in the opening period, hadn't really taken off. But early in the second half it did. Antrim left half forward Sean Paul McKillop started the fight back with a splendid goal, coming through and rifling it home. But that was matched, and indeed bettered, by a magnificent run from Jim Close, who started at midfield, switched to right half forward, and then tore through the Down defence before sending the sliotar right to the top of the net for the most spectacular score of the day. It was now 3-4 to 1-5, and Alcan McFetridge, well shackled early on, finally cut loose with this nice point from play from the left wing. Both teams goaled again before the end. Antrim sub Noel Murray got this one. And then the Down full forward Philbin Savage had a late consolation goal for his county, who battled so bravely and so well. The final score then 4-11 to 2-11 for Antrim. Captain Dominic McGinley and Jim Nelson gave their verdicts.
Yes, I was glad of the hard game. I didn't want it to be that close, but we went into this game without any match practice, and it was always a worrying factor for me coming into this game that you're going in cold turkey. We were let down last week with 2 games, and so it's always a problem. Down, in fairness to them, were well prepared, and I think our experience on the day probably brought us through.
Well, Dominic McKinley, Antrim captain, a hard game.
It was very hard, but usually these Ulster finals turn out that way. You know, you never get really great hurling. It's competitive because we know each other's game that well. It ends up very tough.
Down had come through in good style. Indeed, some people felt that maybe there could have been an upset on the cards.
Well, they seem to get more with Sean McGuinness to go over this year, and they seem to get hyped up a wee bit more, but we still thought that we would do enough, you know, to counteract them.
So then, it's Antrim into the All-Ireland semi-final once again. This time they will meet the winners in the Munster final. That, of course, will be either Cork, Donald O'Grady or Tipperary. And I wonder who you're fancying for that.
It breaks my heart really, but one would have to fancy Tip. I think that they're the best organised team in the country at the moment. Not only do I fancy them to win through next Sunday, but I fancy them to win the All-Ireland. And I don't think Cork have the power really to concentrate an effort over 70 minutes and dethrone them as Munster champions.
I can remember occasions you came in here and bemoaned the condition of Cork hurling and teams and all the rest of it, only to find